Cancer, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-June 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we can dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Cancerians out there. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here, my guides. Talk to me. What do we got for Cancer mid-June? What's the energy, messages, insights? What can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Cancer. Mid-June, we're getting very close to your birthday season, my good friends. Hope you're planning your parties and your celebrations. Well, let's get this card out here real quick. Still using the Creepy Alice deck. Changed in the Night. Now, this really fits with the reading I saw last week, because that was all about metamorphosis, change, transformation. And this is the first time I'm seeing this particular card since I've been using this deck. So obviously it's in the title, but I don't always go by that alone. I always like to just go by the intuition of this deck in particular. And there's just an energy that seems malleable, changeable, like not set in stone, which could be a good thing. But before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the June subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk more about this card. Beautiful color scheme, right? With the blues and the purples. But yeah, changed in the night. I mean, this could be a change of decision, a change of heart, a change of feeling, and the energy just feels super malleable. So even if you're going through situations where you're feeling a little stuck, or you feel like something is what it is, it's set in stone, I would wager that that's not the case, even if it appears like that. Sometimes appearances could be misleading. Now, for some of you, maybe it's your feelings and opinions on things where it's like, you know what, I felt this way recently, but now I kind of feel totally different. And listen, as someone with major water placements myself, I know we have that certain adaptability to us and our feelings. This could be a lot of depth connected to it. But I would say whatever it is you're dealing with, whether it's a very serious thing or whether it's a minor thing, it doesn't feel fully set in stone. And for some of you, that could be good. Some of you, not so much. But we're just going to leave it at that. We're going to let her chill right over there. Let's get into tarot now. And yeah, I always say the first card doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for Cancer. What do we got? And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. Fits the theme of that very first card. Last week's reading was titled A Massive Change. So interesting how that energy seems to be sticking with you. Now, again, like I already mentioned, it could be a lot of things shifting in your life right now. Okay, professional life, work, business. Could be your emotions, feelings, connections with people. There's a lot of dynamics that seem to be at play. But we're going to see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards for Cancer. What is happening in mid-June as we get ready for your birthday? What is going on? Thank you. 8 of Pentacles, so work, business, effort. I usually like that card for a lot of reasons, and we'll definitely get into the description of it. I always like to start a reading with an action card, and although that's earthy energy, I do feel like it's movement, it's action. Let's get a couple more. Worlds, okay. Big energy, and that does fit the bill with what we were seeing last week. We got the World in the center. Big goals, big aspirations. Let's get one more. And the 10 cups, okay. This could be some sort of happy ending right here on the back end, so I think that's really nice. Okay, Cancer, I will say this. I'm cautiously optimistic about what I'm seeing, but, I mean, it could be a journey. It could be a bit of a journey we're about to go on, my friends. It's all good, though, right? Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. But at first look, first glance, elementally, this kind of fits in your wheelhouse, right? Because we have water right here on the back end. That's your power element. That's your comfort element. We have earth right here, which again is very complementary for water signs. And I always say when we mix water and earth together in a spread, it could represent potential. So potential good outcomes, potential good flow of energy. Now we do have this really, really powerful major arcana in the center, which could be karmic, it could represent cycles and shifts and all that good stuff. So it's like we have a few things to look at, but I am very optimistic about what I'm seeing so far. So let's just see how it all plays out, right? But let's go through this piece by piece and really build it out. Position number one, we're starting with the beautiful Eight of Pentacles, and we see our little pal there. He's at his little workbench. He's chiseling away, creating pentacles. Very creative, very artistic. He's working on something. So is there something you're working on? I mean, of course, this is a card that we can link to business, work, career, finances, investments, all that good stuff. A lot to do with the material aspect of the world. And I see this card as effort. This is somebody that actually wants to give to something or put energy into it. So there could be a goal, especially with the world right next to it. And the Ten of Cups, it's like there's an end goal. There's a vision. There is something I want. So there's like a desire that I'm picking up as well. Now, this card does have some challenges. Okay. And I mean, there's other good aspects about it too, especially when we talk about the relationship aspect of this, because when we're talking about personal connections, this isn't all just work and business. It's like, I want to make this work, or I want to smooth something over. So this could be repairing things, mending things. So that could be potentially good for some of you. But there's a lot of effort going into something. Now, the downside of this, it could be someone that's putting too much energy into something. Or maybe they're not putting enough energy into something. Is there someone that's not quite meeting you halfway? Maybe there's something spirit wants you to like really hyper focus on when this card is here. It could sometimes get a little tired too. Like with the Eight of Pentacles, it's like I'm going. So you might need to rest and recuperate in one way or another. So we'll see what's up with that. I feel like it could be really good, especially with the action. Now, moving to the center, we have a very, very powerful card. We have the World. Now, that is the last of the major arcana cards, so it can represent endings. It can represent things culminating, so things that have been building up or things you've been working on or working towards. That's why I said, to me, it does have that similar vibe of like a long-term goal where it's like, okay, this is where I want to be. This is my best case scenario, which can be really nice. Now, this isn't an ending as in like the Ten of Swords, right? Like totally different vibes. Whereas like the Ten of Swords could be rough and tough. You know, we got swords, we got pain, we have rock bottoms. This, not really. This is similar to like closing one chapter and opening a new one. So just like that change that we've been seeing. So there could be various things, various cycles that are going to be closing out, but new ones are going to open. So again, whether it's an end of a chapter, we'll just have to see what else shows up. Another thing with this card, it can link to karma or karmic things. So whether it's karmic transformation, karmic cycles, situations, we'll just have to take a look. But I think it's okay here. This doesn't feel bad, even though it is a card of like endings or things culminating. Doesn't necessarily feel bad to me. Now, moving to the back end, more of this reinforcement. I think whatever it is you're dealing with right now, it's super important for you to really visualize and have a set goal in your mind. Okay, and that's a big thing with manifesting and stuff like that, where it's like we don't worry how we're going to get from here to there. We just think about our end goal. That's a vibe I'm picking up for you. And I've gotten that for some other signs this week. But the Ten of Cups, listen, that's one of the best cards in the whole entire deck. Victory, wins, whatever label we want to slap on it. This is wish fulfillment. These people are super happy. Now, for some of you, this could represent living situations, home. It could represent family, the people that we are closest tied to. So like these are really tight bonds when we see the Ten of Cups. You might ask, all right, well, if it's such a positive card, what might be the downside? Again, tens could represent endings too, close of a cycle. Tens, to me, but this one's like a happy ending. That's what I've been saying since the beginning. It's like, this doesn't feel like the Ten of Swords to me. This feels like it could be potentially really, really good. But the Ten of Cups, since there are 10 cups there, it could be very emotional. So again, as a water sign placement person myself, I know the waters run deep. So this could represent feeling some pretty intense things, pretty intense emotions about people, about situations. We're just going to have to see what the flavor of it is. So we're just going to put that down right there. I want to, pardon me, dive deeper on all of it. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for Cancer, please. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that 8. Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Cancer, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, why is that Eight of Pentacles here, please? What is happening? Thank you. Queen of Swords. Okay. So Queen of Swords in reverse underneath it. Now, usually she is just like really plan-based. She's like strict and to the point. Sometimes her energy could be a little bit angry or mean. So especially watch out with, the people you work around or people you work with. There could be someone where it's like, oh, their attitude is like a little off, right? Like that's kind of the energy I'm initially feeling here intuitively. However, when I see the Queen of Swords underneath, in reverse underneath this Eight of Pentacles, it's like, just do something. It's like, you don't have to do everything. Don't get analysis paralysis. You don't have to plan every single little step, but Spirit is urging you and wanting you to make a move, take an action. Now, if that's not you, it could be somebody else where Spirit's like, okay, well, it's time for you to do something here. The universe and Spirit can only take it so far. And when I see the Eight of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, it's like, all right, you don't need every single detail. You don't need everything to be very meticulous. You just need to start. So it's like, you don't have to finish right now, but you need to start right now. So those are the main messages. I know they're totally different. So especially watch out for people that you collaborate with, work with, like someone their vibe might be a little bit off. But aside from that, Spirit is wanting someone to take an action, make a move. Feels pretty big here in the front. We're going to keep going. It's like, you don't have to finish, you just have to start. That's how it's feeling to me. But let's go in on the world. Let's see what that has for us. I know that was unique. I didn't get anything like that for anyone else this week, but let's see why the world is here for Cancer, please. Okay. But it does not feel bad to me. It just does not feel bad to me. It feels really good. So we have another queen. We have the Queen of Wands in the upright underneath this world. And her in the upright is just, it's confident. It's beautiful. It's a grounded energy. It's like, I feel great about myself. So for any of you that have been feeling down in recent days, recent weeks, like you could have a resurgence of energy. You might start feeling a lot more confident and a lot better about yourself. Very claimable energy right here. However, this could be someone that has a lot of hope in the next cycle. I am still picking up the end of a chapter, the close of a chapter, or an ending of some kind, but I don't feel it's like an ending, but not the end of the world. That's how it feels to me. It's like, okay, that happened, but it's not really the end. It's like the end, but not really. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that's just how it feels to me. Now, the Queen of Wands, I mean, we have fire, we have air. I think we have almost every element out here this week, so we're not going to focus too hard in on that. But the fact that she's in upright, she is the card of action, right? Wands, that means physical world action. So when I see her underneath the world, once again, there could be endings, there could be certain chapters that are closing, but it's not truly the end. It's the end of something, but there's still more chapters to go, if that makes sense. So we're just gonna, it feels okay to me, even if it doesn't feel okay to you right now in this moment. So there could be various chapters that are coming to a close, but I'm more excited for the next, if that makes sense. So let's keep moving. Let's go in on that 10 of Cups, see what that has to say. Then we'll do a quick recap. And another thing to mention, with the water here, the double queens, the queens represent the internal world. Okay. So, a lot of internal intensity. It's okay. So it does fit that bill where it's like, listen, you don't have to finish it right this second, but do something. Switch something, change something. Like you have to take some sort of action. So let's see what's up with the 10 of Cups. Let's see how that looks for us. And we'll do our recap for the shadow. So why is that 10 of Cups here? Okay. Oh, okay. So I really like this. So we have the Fool in reverse underneath this 10 of Cups. And this to me, so it's like we have this beautiful mix of action, but also magnetism. Like there's an energy coming towards you. Because when I see the Fool in the upright, to me, that's a card of like you making moves, you taking action, like we saw here in the front. But it's like once you start something, then the energy starts magnetically moving your way. Then it's like the dominoes fall and the things start to line up, divine timing and all that good stuff. The Fool in reverse to me can also represent things popping back up, things returning as well. So it kind of fits that vibe where I see this little ending energy in the beginning, but it's like it's an ending, but it's really not. It's more of like a metamorphosis where it's like next chapter. The energy feels good to me. Now, the Fool, That's connected to Aries. If it was in the upright, I'd be like, yeah, this is brand new. It's fresh. There's a great energy here, which I still believe there is. But the fact that it's in reverse, to me, it feels like once you start something, it's like you need to start the chain reaction. Then everything else starts falling into line. So it's like, just start it. Just start it. Get it moving along, and then the universe is going to hop in and take care of the rest. That's how it's feeling to me. But again, there could also be things, especially with like the endings, the chapter, the karmic, now the Fool in reverse, where it's like, okay, well, there's an energy looping back, but it feels okay to me. So again, there might be situations, people, various things that pop back up in this time, but it feels welcomed. There's wins, there's victories, there's a lot of stuff here, there's a lot of different energies. Let's go through and do a quick recap, then we'll get into the shadow card. So I'm pretty happy about it for the most part, but if you kindly look in the box, position number 1, I got 2 main messages here in the front. We have the 8 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords in reverse. There may be somebody that you have to collaborate with or be around where like their vibe seems a little off. So I wouldn't put too much stock into it. I'd be like, okay, just notice it. But another thing I'm picking up here is Spirit wants you to do something, where it's like, all right, just get the ball rolling here, Cancer. Don't worry about the ending of it. Don't worry about this and that. Like, yes, have a main goal in mind, but you just got to do something. Like, just get the energy moving. Moving to the center, we have the World with the Queen of Wands in the upright. Yeah, end of a chapter. I feel a good, fresh, new energy coming in. Lots of confidence with this Queen of Wands underneath it. But a big vibe that I'm picking up here is that like good things await. Like I've been picking it up since the back end. This energy in the center does feel like an ending, but not truly. So it's like, it's an ending, but it's not the ending. So I hope that makes sense to you. Moving to the back end, we have the 10 of Cups with the Fool in reverse underneath it. So once you start getting the ball rolling, once you start getting a process started, then everything else starts falling into place. It's like the puzzle pieces start falling into place, and the dominoes, whatever euphemisms we want to use. But a big vibe I'm picking up here is like things popping back up too, potential returns, but big wins like all over the place here. It's just you need to get the ball rolling. Like it's a chain reaction, butterfly effect, and it's your actions that will lead to everything else coming into place. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into that further. Let's see what's in the shadows. Let's get a good shuffle here. And yeah, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing. So let's get you one. And if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this going here. What's in the shadows for Cancer, please? Thank you. Nice and quick. Okay, 4 of Cups. So there is a shadow side to this card, and I will say it's like extremely thought-based. It's usually someone that's like sitting underneath the tree and they're thinking, and it kind of ties in to what we see here in the beginning, where like the universe is like, Cancer, do it, do something, make it happen, or at least start it. Because the 4 of Cups could be analysis paralysis. It could be an energy where it's just in its mind quite a bit. Now, this could also be ruminating. So whether it's a situation or a person, it's like, I can't get it off my mind. Maybe someone's ruminating about you. That could definitely be the case with the 4 of Cups. But it's imaginative, it's daydreamy, but the shadow side of it is it's someone that they think so much and it doesn't translate to the outer. So it kind of fits with the reading we had here, where Spirit might want you to get out of that imaginal space and get into the world of action in regards to something. So you would know what that means better than myself, my friends. So we're going to put that down right there, Cancer. That's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give the details of the June subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation, you can book a personal reading with me at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. The June calendar is open, so you can go check for availability. But for the June subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 3 copies of one of my most favorite decks ever, the Everyday Witches Tarot. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things as always. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, if you could manifest something right now, instantly, what would it be? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.